the serenity. Backyard is a place to run around, relax, enjoy the sun and the nature around you. However, it can be hard to enjoy that nature when weeds infest and take over your space. A weed being any plant that doesn't belong. My name is Piper Taylor, and the weed that is infesting my serenity is the Hydrocotyledon bonariensis, commonly known as the Largeleaf Pennywort or the coastal plain pennywort. The Largeleaf Pennywort is native to parts of South and North America, as well as the Afrotropics, and is recognised as an invasive weed in New South Wales. Largeleaf pennyworts are herbs that belong to the Araliaceae family. They are recognisable by their bright green, circular, smooth, leathery large leaves, which grow from 3 to 12 centimetres in diameter and look like lily pads. They have long, smooth stems that grow up to 15 centimetres long, which creep along the ground and root at their nodes. They flower throughout the year, mainly from October to February, with the flower stalks growing up to 30 centimetres long. The flower stems split off and each have a cluster of tiny white or yellow star-shaped flowers at the end. They produce a small dry fruit that bursts open at maturity into many parts, each containing a single seed. It is commonly confused with the dichondra plant, but can be differentiated by its stem, which holds the leaf up from the centre like an umbrella. They have more flowers than other hydrocotyledon species, and are dull on the underside of the leaf instead of shiny. The largeleaf pennywort stems and leaves are also edible as long as they aren't treated with chemicals. The largeleaf pennywort grows in a wide range of areas, from coastal dunes, cliff faces, along creeks and swamps, to even your lawn, preferring areas along the coast but almost always near water sources. If your lawn floods like mine does, there's a chance this pennywort is creeping right in. Their creeping stems allow it to quickly colonise areas and suppress the growth of other plants. They smother native seedlings, and they can spread by its creeping stems as well as its seeds. If dealing with a small quantity of the pennywort, or it is located along the creek line, then removing the weed by hand is recommended. If you use this approach, be careful to remove the entire plant, including the root, as leaving anything behind will cause it to return. For larger quantities, spraying a herbicide solution is recommended. Herbicides containing glyphosate can work on the plant, which is non-toxic and non-selective. Because it's non-selective though, while it may kill pennywort, it can also kill your lawn. Broadleaf herbicides are also recommended to spray onto the pennywort. It's best to leave using herbicides to the professionals. If you are using the herbicides yourself, read the label and follow the instructions carefully. Make sure to wear protective clothing like long sleeves, pants, fully enclosed shoes, goggles and waterproof gloves. When mixing the solution, do so in a well-ventilated area and use a respirator when advised. It can be difficult to remove this plant properly, so a few follow-ups will be needed to ensure proper removal of the plant. So, if you're like me and enjoy the serenity of your yard, then it is important to remove these pesky, creeping weeds. And if you're opposed to herbicide use and decide to take the manual route, feel free to chuck these bad boys into a salad.